On 25th July 2021, Union Home Minister Amit Shah launched an afforestation drive in the most unlikely of places, Cherrapunji in Meghalaya. Just a few decades ago, it held the distinction of being the wettest place on earth. Through the drive, the minister hoped to restore the ecology of the fragile landscape and address the problem of water shortage during the dry season. The drying up of Cherrapunji is symptomatic of a wider problem. Northeast India is experiencing a severe shortage of rainfall during the monsoon season. The problem does not end here. The increase in floods and drying up rings in the region and change in rainfall patterns have also impacted the lives and livelihoods of people as well as the biodiversity. So the question is, why is one of the wettest places on earth drying up, and where does this lead to? Unlike India's other mountain states, the monsoon rains June to September form the major source of water in the northeast. But over the years, the northeastern states have been constantly facing rainfall deficit. According to IMD, the region recorded lower than normal rainfall in 19 of the 21 years between 2001 and 2021. Down to Earth team analyzed IMD's monsoon data for the northeastern states in the 3 decades between 1989 and 2018. And we have some very interesting observations. For example, between 1989 to 2018, Arunachal Pradesh experienced an overall decrease in monsoon rains. This is critical for a state with 82% forest cover. Only 2 districts reported an increase in rainfall. In Assam, most of the districts to the north of the Brahmaputra river, like Barpeta, Shonitpur, Lakhimpur and Nalbari, saw more intense rains in a very short amount of time. The states of Tripura and Manipur also showed a similar trend. In the hilly state of Nagaland, the monsoon rainfall is going down in the traditionally wetter districts while it is going up in the drier districts of the state. Monsoons, which account for 68% of the annual rainfall in the state, remain highly unpredictable with an almost 25% variability in the past 3 decades. Looking at Sikkim, 3/4 of the state is drying up, while the overall monsoon rainfall has only marginally increased in the past 3 decades. For Mizoram, the 3 wettest districts, Lunglei in the center, Kolasib in the north, and Saya in south, have seen an increase in the overall rainfall, along with a substantial drop in the number of rainy days. Our analysis showed that 6 of the 8 northeastern states have recorded an overall decreasing trend in monsoon showers during this period. Some of the districts, particularly in Assam, have seen an increase in floods, which is not expected in an area that is receiving less rainfall than before. This brings us to our second point. An increase in the annual rainfall can alter the natural flow of the river. This trend is clearly visible in the change that has come about in at least 2 major tributaries of the Brahmaputra. Due to an increase in the intensity of rain, these tributaries have drastically altered their course in recent years, uprooting several villages along the way. Although in Arunachal Pradesh, more than 95% of the monitoring stations in Upper Siang have reported a reduction in the number of rainy days, the intensity is so high that districts downstream and Assam face severe floods. On the other hand, a decrease in the annual rainfall dries up mountain springs. Around 200 mountain springs have already dried up in the region. This is affecting states like Sikkim, where over 94% villages rely on mountain springs for water. The changing rainfall pattern has a cascading effect on the region's ecological health, and this impacts the life and livelihood of the people. For instance, the riverine islands of the Brahmaputra have been identified as being the most vulnerable to diseases due to frequent floods that appear to be on the rise. In 2005-2006, Assam experienced a drought, and it had an immediate impact on the rice production in the worst affected areas of Dhubri, Nalbadi, Jorhat, Moregaon and Shonitpur. Declining vegetation cover due to drought stress also enhances soil erosion and can also lead to desertification. As per the land degradation map of India prepared by ISRO, 4 of the 6 states with the most degraded land are in the northeast. So the question is, how do we tackle it? While the obvious symptoms of the changing monsoon system can widely be seen across the northeast, lack of credible data or long-term studies is blinding the adaptation process. One logistical difficulty is that the monitoring stations often are not available in the places that are suffering from the maximum unpredictability. One such example is Pake Kesang district in Arunachal Pradesh. The district's lone rainfall monitoring station was washed away during a flood in 2004 and is yet to set it up again. As climate change and rapid urbanization picks up speed, the situation in the northeast is bound to get worse, and the country needs in-depth analysis to decode and cope with these erratic changes. In the upcoming episodes, Down to Earth will dig deep into various issues and come up with specific case studies to show how floods have changed the course of a river in Assam and how people's lives and livelihood has been forcefully altered in Nagaland.